What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we got a special video. We're in my personal garage. If you don't remember, I did a lot of this work on another video that I'll tag down below. But today we're going to be installing a Mr. Cool DIY mini split that I purchased from Lowe's.com. And to be honest, I've been excited to do this because it gets so hot in this garage during the summertime. So thank you to Lowe's for sponsoring this video. Now let's get into it. All right, so we've got two boxes here. This is the head unit that goes inside. This is the actual condenser that goes on the outside. So the first thing we're gonna need to do is open up this unit because we're gonna install this first inside. And they claim this to be DIY, so we're gonna go ahead and jump into this without, being a certified HVAC professional. We'll read the instructions and hopefully it should be pretty straightforward. Right off the bat, we've got our do not discard wall plate template. So the goal here is this is gonna go right here. Now, Greg and I actually spent a little bit of time yesterday prepping this area. I had a heater up here that was just a blowing unit, just blew hot air. Never really liked it. It hung real low. It was really big and bulky. So I actually have gotten that all taken away, disconnected my gas line. I probably am gonna eventually pull that out, but right now it's just disconnected and off. We're gonna put this new unit here, and the big thing that I really am looking forward to is having conditioned air here in the summertime. I wanna control the humidity, and that's what this unit is gonna allow me to do. So Greg, first thing that we're gonna have to do is, luckily I never filled in my paint holes when I installed my smart side, and I can see where my studs are. So we can mount this knowing that we're gonna hit studs for our brackets. You see that? Probably something in that neighborhood. We'll keep it up somewhat high, but yeah.
Perfect.
What do you think about that?
Easy enough.
Yeah, because we do have a hole that we need to drill, so we definitely don't want to hit studs. That's gonna drill out, but otherwise, we've got a bunch of different mounting holes and we're just looking to hit some studs. So I think we're just gonna line that up and we should be good. All right, so we need to get a ladder in here, get a level, get this thing right where we want it and get our marks so we can start making our cuts. All right, right there. I love it. And then we're gonna go here. Let's go there. Okay, so now that we've got the location for the mounting bracket, we can go ahead and get the mounting bracket off the unit. Greg, go ahead and take that cardboard box out of there if you can. Okay. And that's this guy here. Okay, where's that little tab member?
Right there, yep.
I can't see it. I'm gonna pop it. All right, so where is my hole? There's one, which means the other one is, yeah, there it is. I wonder if that's gonna affect, nah, it'll be fine. All right, Greg, level?
Level.
Okay, right there. This is not hitting stud, but it's hitting sheathing. All right, now Greg, let's go ahead and drill the hole for the line set. So on the back of this guy, we've got the two line sets. We've got a drain hose, and we've got our communications cable. This is gonna go out and connect to the unit outside. These all are gonna go outside the hole. That's the 3.5-inch hole that we need to drill through and through to the outside. So, and then these will all go out there, and we need to prep that line. So we're just gonna Kind of leave that for like that for now. Something to think about, don't drill straight level. You want to go at a slight angle downwards, and the reason for that is if there's any moisture or anything that gets into this hole, you don't want it running back into your house, you want it to go out. So you want to slightly angle downwards. This is even a Mr. Cool DIY hole saw made specifically. So I think it's a 3.5 inch, but they do sell them also specifically for this. Okay. Clear this out. See, fully sheathed behind, so I wasn't too worried about the mounting location, but I did want to hit studs if possible. We're gonna find out what the insulation looks like back here, I don't know. So this is where it's more important that when you go from this point out that you're at your slight angle, not as important when you're going through your first wall there. Okay, so now we got our hole. What we can do now is, I'm gonna go out and take a look at it, but we're ready to basically set the indoor unit. I mean, that's how easy this really is. If I can ever get this out, this is not easy. All right, so that's a little bit unfortunate. I can't think of everything, but no matter what, I don't think it would have been great with the siding. The hole was gonna be somewhere bad, but the nice thing is that is way up there underneath a big overhang. We'll do a good job sealing this. Let's go back in, let's get our pipes out, let's get that indoor unit mounted, and then we'll come out here, set the unit. I did have an electrical service ran, so we're already powered up here, ready to hook it up to the unit. So that's a quality install, whoever did that work. That looks nice, man. We need to get all this stuff kind of secured and together, and I do believe the part we're missing for that is in here. I think that could be fixed. I think that at this point, before you shove this out, you want this taped. So I think the tape should be in here, but we're looking for this guy here, which is the patented Mr. Cool 25-foot pre-charged copper line set. That's what makes this super DIY friendly, because if you've ever been around HVAC, when they run the refrigerant lines out to your condenser unit, they have to charge those. That takes a very certified set of tools. So you have to have like specialized tools and the knowledge to do so. This already comes pre-charged, so we don't have to do any of that. We'll be able to just hook it up and hit the power button, hopefully. So here's our pre-charged line set. We don't need that. We need the accessories for it right here. This is it, Greg. Hey, here's a question. What are those for? Oh, I know what it is. That's if you set on a concrete pad.
Ah, yes.
We're not going on a concrete pad. All right, so these two guys, this is our inside and our outside. So this is gonna go here, like so. Nice and snug, that is makes me happy. Okay. Now, we need to go on the outside. We need to mark where that is coming out, and we'll cut it down, and then this will cap the outside. And this is where we'll try to seal from the weather coming in. But now, does it make sense why you want this to be slightly tilted down and out? Because if any moisture gets here, you don't want it running back inside, you want it to run out. Okay, we're just gonna go ahead and cut it right on this ring here. All right, go ahead and pull it out. We'll get it cut to size and we'll get it installed. All right, we're gonna go ahead and get a healthy bead of sealant here on this connection. All right, Greg, ready?
Yeah.
All right, and now that's not nice and flat, and it's probably not gonna stay perfect, so hopefully we'll take some tape. I got Greg on the inside, and he's gonna try to make a connection, and we'll see if we can't tape these together to hold it for now. Grab it?
Okay.
Okay.
Out of the bottom.
Go to the right first. Okay, go ahead and tighten, put yours on. And push it tight.
Yeah, it's push tight.
Okay. That's just to let that sealant try to cure a little bit.
Yep, as tight as it's gonna get.
Okay. All right, I think that's actually good, man. It seems to be holding pretty good. All right, now that we have the penetration through the wall kind of ready, we're gonna prep our line set here and our communications cable with our drain. So I'm just gonna go ahead and undo this. Okay. And these are all gonna go out at the same time. So just giving myself a little bit of flex. And they give you this vinyl tape. The purpose for this, I do believe, is more about UV resistance. So you're protecting this stuff, but we're gonna actually be installing a cover kit. So we're gonna be covering all this outside with a vinyl cover kit that you can purchase. That kind of protects it and it will prolong all this stuff anyway. So I think it's a good idea, but I'm still gonna wrap them mainly because I want it to be easy to kind of manage them. Okay. So this is not a sticky tape, it's just a vinyl tape, so I will have to get some tape to get it to finish. But the other thing that you want to do, I've seen in the instructions, is you want your drain on the bottom of this. Okay. We just need to go long enough to basically get out the hole, and we'll continue taping it once we get everything kind of set. Okay. So that's about as far as I'm gonna go. We're just gonna go ahead and zip tie this for right now. It'll keep it from coming undone. All right.
Okay, this is the tricky part.
Not that tricky. They make it super simple.
There we go.
I'm not even gonna remove the tape other than what's in my way. Okay. I'm not sure it's down yet.
Oh, it looks like this side needs to catch.
Yep, I didn't check. There we go. There we go. There we go.
Just give her a push in.
We're golden, brother. Look at that, my tape's even hidden.
Plan that.
Looks good. There we go. All right, this unit now is set right where it's supposed to go. We'll leave it for now. We'll go outside and now we'll get the condenser all set, get the line set hooked up. And this is probably where most of the work is done anyways, outside. All right, so we've got a mounting bracket. So this is pretty simple, pretty straightforward. We've got a bracket that we have to mount first. Then these guys will slide on. There'll be two of them. And I got really lucky because I'm gonna be able to mount this like so, and it's gonna be just off the ground, which is exactly what I wanted without having to do any grade work or anything. So I think I'm just gonna kinda get the center one mounted and then we'll level it up. Let's just make sure this is close here, Greg.
Yeah, makes sense.
I mean, I got a little bit of wiggle room. Oh yeah, I'm gonna be good. It was like so. Go from the outside to the inside with the bolt, so the bolt's on the.
Which side are you doing?
Or-
Okay, you're doing that side.
Yeah, it kind of makes sense. I'm on this side. Okay. And then we got these guys go in the back.
The feet.
The feet, so you can level it out, make sure it's looking good.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Okay. Now wait, we were 26, right?
Yes.
So, are you telling me that this is where we want it?
Seems like it.
It kind of makes sense. That's not even close to level. Kind of is when I put weight on it evenly.
Okay.
All right, let's go ahead and set the thing on, and before we fasten it, we'll see how it looks with level. Okay. Yeah, definitely. Well, it's not straight. Oh shoot!
Whoa.
Okay. Definitely too low on this side, which is what I kind of thought. This needs to get brought up with the leg in the back.
Yep.
So here's what I'm gonna do. Let's put the front bolts on, and we'll lift it up enough to get the, do you see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yo, careful. Okay. Okay. It's too late.
We'll grab a 13.
Okay. All right, let's go ahead and, Greg, kind of just lift up the unit, and I'm gonna try to unthread this and get it a little bit more level maybe. Nice. You know what this reminds me of? When you set your dishwasher or a washer or dryer.
Yeah.
I think we're getting closer there. See if we can get the other side. Okay. See, that helped this one a lot. All right, so before we continue with the line set, I think in the instructions they tell you to get this all connected. But instead of having all this in my way, I'm gonna go ahead and install the liner set cover kit. And this is basically just an aesthetic and preventative measure. So it's gonna look better than the line set, but also it's gonna keep it from getting all the UV damage and weather and rodents and anything else. So I think it's a worthwhile cost to go ahead and add this to the kit and just get it done. So we've got all these different pieces. We've got the top, which will mount. Zip ties will keep our line set in the middle of this. And just because I'm going to use these rubber washered screws to go through the vinyl and mount these guys. So let's see. I wish this was a flat surface. We're going to have to kind of play this a little bit by ear. Okay. So this is going to go on.
I see what you mean now.
Yeah, see, if I bend this all around, it's going to be hard to put these screws in. Okay, just give me a visual, Greg, on the...
Rotate it clockwise. A little bit, yeah, right in there.
Okay. Okay. And this is where I'll get it started, and then we'll level it up, or plumb it up, I should say.
Plumb it up.
Just give me an eyeball on this.
Go to the left. Right, go back right a smidge. Okay, kind of split the difference of whatever you just did. Yeah, that's right. Go.
Okay, I'm just gonna eyeball this. All right. Going the wrong way. What does your eyeball see? I see that's pretty.
The plum stick says good. I like it.
Okay, perfect. All right, this is low enough now. We'll be able to move whatever we need to out of the way. So I'm gonna go ahead and screw this.
Okay.
I'm gonna put one more up here somewhere.
Huh.
What?
Didn't seem like you hit anything.
Oh yeah, I did. Okay, and then these guys, I'm also gonna put these on. I seen these. What these are for is they're little clips that go in for your zip ties. Pretty cool actually. But it would be easier to do them right now. So this is going to go in. And they rotate, see? And then zip tie.
That's cool.
Yeah, so it keeps it nice and tight up against your, whatever this cover is called, I guess. All right. We don't want anything to kink. It's nice and gentle. Okay, so boom, I'll go like that. Cool. So this is kind of where this is gonna be. We'll go ahead and get our line set attached, Greg.
Okay.
And then get everything connected here. We'll check it for any leaks, and then we can wrap it all up and get it powered on. Take it about 4.5 feet off. So let's just go over here on the grass.
The top and bottom? What do you mean?
Well,
shouldn't this be our top and bottom?
No, this is the bottom. And you're gonna see, because of the way that the angle is, these, look at them. See how the gray is just slightly longer? Yeah. Okay. So, I see, a lot of times they just step on this and kind of, but I'm just gonna get it started here. Okay. Here, you unroll this sucker, and I'm gonna keep it flattening it out. We only gotta go about 4.5 feet, like I said. Man. So we're gonna go just a little bit more. We're gonna get this off the roll. Yep, keep going. Okay, hold that. We can straighten this all out better when it gets on the wall. All right, so this is gonna go up, and then, let's see, this side, we'll be able to work it out, but it's gonna be, that's gonna be the tough one. So this is probably, if I'm being honest, this is probably the only downside to a DIY set, is that this is all pre-charged. So they give you kind of the worst case scenario amount, and then you are left with the excess. So that's why they say don't uncoil this unless you need it. So the goal is to keep this coiled, okay? So right about there, Greg?
Somewhere in there, maybe down a little bit.
So this was sitting kind of over here. See, so that gives all this like surface area for ventilation, and then we can come across it with this. Make sure that this is going in right. I know that. Let's see. Nice and straight. Okay, hand tighten first. Let's get everything hand tightened. Gotta line these suckers up just. The key thing here is just to make sure that you use one wrench to hold the pipe stationary, and then you've got your fitting. That is what you're going to actually wrench. You don't want to just wrench this side of it. You want to wrench where the fitting is. And you can tell because the fitting will spin freely with your hand. Okay. All right, both sides connected. So now we get to open up the system and check for leaks. So with that, we got this handy dandy Mr. Cool Torx. We're gonna need to spin off these caps. You can do the top side first. You're gonna counterclockwise and you'll hear it. There we go. Maybe you can hear it, maybe you can't. We're gonna just undo this all the way till it stops. Okay, that's it. Not gonna over tighten it, or over loosen it, I should say. Cap goes back on. All right, now we check it for leaks. I've got a spray bottle here. I put some dish soap in, basically, and we're just gonna spray it here on these joints. Inspect it for any bubbling. I don't see anything there. Okay. All right, I'd say we are good to go. There are torque ratings on this I've seen in the instructions. I don't have a way to torque that, so I basically did the old tight and then just a little bit more, you know, just a little feeling. So that's not a specific spec, Greg. That's just whatever I felt. Okay, we got to dry those off and we'll get them taped up. Okay, we've got these guys here. These are some form of like insulating and sound deadening tape that goes around these joints so they don't make noise. I don't know how they make noise, actually. It's kind of weird, but maybe the movement of the Freon in there. This stuff is stretchy. So we're just gonna kind of get it started. It's very malleable. It's kind of cool stuff. And it sticks to itself really good. So we can kind of just do whatever we want with this stuff. All right, so once those are good, we'll go ahead and wrap the pipes back around the insulation as best we can, which I don't think this is gonna work very good. Come on. Come on. There we go. I just don't know if I'm gonna get it all the way up, Greg. There we go. Okay. Start at the bottom, Greg. Any reason why, you think?
I would venture to say it has something to do with shingling.
That's right. If water tries to come down, it will run over and not right into your tape.
Smarter than I look, I guess.
You want to know why I feel like I do a decent job at this?
Why is that?
Because I've taped a lot of pole vault pole grips.
Oh yeah.
And it was all about like getting like the perfect candy cane like effect going up.
Kind of like hockey sticks.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. I don't know, I've never taped a hockey stick. But
No?
No. All right, now this is not in the installation instructions, but I don't know what you're supposed to do with this vinyl tape because it's not actually a sticky tape, so I'm just using a piece of tape here to terminate my roll. And no, I did not need to run this vinyl tape all the way up, but they give it to you in the kit. So I don't think it hurts anything. It's just gonna protect everything a little bit longer. So now everything is nice, neatly bound. Before we go any further, because we can still move this out of our way a little, let's get this lower section of vinyl cover kit put in. So we got this and we got this. So we'll cut this to size. So this guy's gonna get put here, like so. Next piece will go on there. So that's really all we need is a piece about this big. See what I'm doing there? And then that'll exit out there, so we're about here. There we go. Yeah, we're about there. Just a hair.
Okay, well, I'm kind of holding it now.
Okay. Don't ask. All right. It's actually terminated perfectly because now I can put this screw in right here. There we go. All right, so to close up this hole, you got a couple different options, and I don't know that it really matters, but they give you with the kit this little package of sealing clay. Never heard of such a thing. Maybe the people use it in some trade somewhere, but the problem is it's going to be really hard to get underneath this pipe. I can do some of it, so I think I'm going to do the best I can. The other option is to spray this with like a spray foam, you know, some window or door foam. Just fill that up. Problem is I don't want to overfill it and then shoot it and then it go back into the backside of my unit on the inside. So I'm going to use the clay and see how it works, see how good it does. See, just a little chunk. And I'm just a little bit afraid because I got a pretty big hole here to fill up. And we're not, you know, we're just trying to seal this off so bugs and other things can't easily make it in. But I think I'm gonna need something back here to get it tight first. Shove this rock wool in there. There we go. Give myself a little, it's like putting a backer rod in your window joints, Greg. We're just gonna fill that up. There, look at that, sealing clay. Who would have thunk? Never heard of such a thing. Learn something new every day. Okay, all right, you got the top piece right there. A couple screws right here, Greg. So this will go here. There we go. Okay. Snap. Snap, snap. Don't want to get it. Spin it. I might go get some more of this, Greg. Yeah. It gets easier as it goes. This could be a little bit of a perfectionist in me, but
lap is. Oh boy. Oh.
okay. There. Outdoor rated tape, did I say that's good? Now that's all insulated.
Full time, baby. Full time for the summertime. Yep.
Oh, there we go. Got it. I have faith, I guess. Now, obviously, it goes without saying, if you're not a certified electrician and you need a certified electrician because it's required by some local code, municipality, or whatever, do that. But here where I'm at, I actually have the ability, I can do this without being a certified electrician. And I've done enough electrical in my day that I feel confident this is a pretty easy hookup. This is all already done. And yeah, should be good. So it's pretty simple. I don't want a ton. Let's see. It's going to be somewhere like that in here. gonna come right up here. I could probably even hang it from the feet. Zip tie?
Zip tie.
No. Let's come right up here. So it's gonna be like that. Let's rotate that. All right, now, I know a lot of you guys may, see this and think, what the heck, but I've got black wire. I don't have white and green. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to label my ground green. So when I pull it through, I'm gonna hook it up to the ground bar and it's gonna be green in here. And I think it's gonna be okay. So I didn't wanna go out and buy a roll of this for no absolute reason. I think the important thing is the labeling. The wire itself is still gonna be just fine. Okay. Let's get an idea for how much we want. We'll go this way this time. Straighten that end out a little.
Yep.
Okay. I didn't think we needed to vacuum a pole line through, you know what I'm saying?
That was my suggestion.
Okay. Two more. All right, so this is kind of the fun part. I'm gonna go ahead, I think, and get my ground first. Let's see. It's really hard. I need like a magnetic.
Was flathead.
There.
Oh.
Got her. So we've got power in from the box, and then this goes to control the unit inside, and these are labeled. So 3, 2, and 1. So we'll just line up the numbers. Come on. Okay, and then we've got a grounding screw here we're going to screw to. Would you believe me if I said my... Oh, there we go. Easy. All right, let's go ahead and open this bad boy up. I should have taken this off earlier. Okay. Can't see the hole. Thank you, brother. See, that's why I don't really like that. I just don't want to pinch anything here. Okay. All right, Greg, you got my screws?
Screws
Yeah.
for.
Never mind, I found them. You hid them from me.
I actually put them right where you could see them. I put them there.
What do we think about this conduit? Think there's somewhere I can like take it?
What conduit?
This guy.
Black cord? That guy?
I don't have a problem with it, I guess. I don't want to get rid of the wire. I always like to have a little extra in the box just in case, you know. As long as there's room for it. We are just about ready to go turn this on. Give her a test fire. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and pop some fuses in this bad boy. Okay. On, off. On. Back on here. All right, let's go inside. That is the easy DIY install out here. I might do some tidying up of this wire and stuff. Get it all maybe zip tied together, but let's go ahead and let's go inside. We'll fire it up, see if it works. All right, moment of truth. We've got the remote control here. And let's go ahead and power this up. We'll turn the breaker on. That turned on, that's a good sign.
I'll pull that tape.
Yep, good call. Before I hit the power button. Let's go to 70. Oh, fan just kicked on more. I'm going to turn the swing on. What that should do is basically you'll notice this should move. Right, Greg? It should start to move.
You gotta hold it down to turn it on, and then you gotta press it, I do believe.
I think you're right. Okay, now it's off. On. Off. On. There we go. So that'll kind of disperse the air. Got some fan adjustment in here so we can kind of spread it out since it's over here in the corner. I'm going to kind of kick it that way more. There we go. All right, guys, that's the Mr. Cool DIY mini split install. So I didn't tell you guys this, but this is one of 3 mini splits that I have to install. I actually purchased this one just about a week or so ago on Lowe's.com, which I'm gonna leave a link for you guys. You know, I partnered with Lowe's for this video specifically to share that message with you guys that Lowe's.com is a great place to get the Mr. Cool DIY along with a ton of other items for your DIY home projects. Lowe's.com is easy. It's right on your phone. You don't even have to go to the store. I didn't. It just got delivered right here to my house, and I definitely like that. But I have 2 more larger units to install over in my personal shop. So I wanted to start here with the small one, move on to the bigger ones. I'm going to do that. I might put that in another video, but for this video, that is the install. It was definitely easy. It took us probably not even a full day to do it, and we were trying to just figure things out. Maybe some of the things that we did in this video are gonna help take that DIY install to the next level, make it nice, clean looking, and obviously work. And that's what's really important. And to be honest, I can already feel the cold air coming out of that thing. I can't wait to be able to have conditioned space in this garage in the middle of summer when it is muggy, humid, and hot outside. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you did, hit the thumbs up. Like always, you can subscribe and check out tons of different construction content here on RR Buildings. Once again, I appreciate Lowe's for sponsoring this. Make sure you check out those links if you're interested in this, among many other things from Lowe's.com, down below in the description. And we're gonna catch you guys on another video. Thanks a lot. Have a good one.